Hello, Commanders, and welcome to episode 17 of Ranked Play with Matthremar. We have a doozy for you today. This one is probably as good, if not slightly better, than our tower nuke build from last week or the week before, whenever it was. We are going to play Phoenix Pong, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Now, just a disclaimer, I realize that I am not coming up with an original idea here. We have seen this a few times, all of us, as we've been spinning. You run into people who will have a Phoenix popped somewhere. But we have the new Teleport Powerstone, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So if you like what you see here, please do like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, hit that notification bell. And if you have any comments, please leave them below. If you have any suggestions for a build you'd like me to try or anything like that, just go ahead and throw them down there. I'll take a look at it and see if it's something that we want to try. So here is what we've got. This is the build that I've resolved on. Where? Oh, hit clan raid. There we go. Okay, so I'll show you what I've got. We've got two, how do you do plural phoenix? Is that phoenices? Phoeni? I don't know how you do plural for phoenix, but we have two of the phoenix units. We have teleport on one, and that's this one here. Use this little icon. Tell me if you guys like this. This is a little cursor that I can use. It's just a Facebook bubble that I'm going to use as a little cursor. So this Phoenix here has the teleport on it, and this one just has the double protection. But the teleport, I thought, oh, I'd put this way in the back, somewhere back here. But it didn't work as well. Ever since I moved it up, I've had a much higher success rate. So it seems like having the teleport Phoenix there works fantastic. Now, up front, I have a single set of Plaguebearers with slow on them. The slow really doesn't matter, but protection as well. They're just there to hold the draining spirits in place. Now, I've got the Entangling roots, and you'll see how those work as we go through the videos. But once the Teleport Phoenix gets to the other side of the map, somewhere over here, you're going to end up seeing all of the enemy's army. They may nuke that Phoenix right away, but then they're going to end up all at the top part of the map, and they're going to run back and forth all the way across between those two Phoenix units. And it is hilarious to watch. Now, I also have the Draining Spirits. Let's see if I can tag one of them. Nope, that's Entangling. There we go, Phoenix. I have this one. Oh, I forgot to put another execute on there. Let's do that, because this is just too fun. Okay, so I had the lower level execute, but now I've resolved that. So let's tag that over there. Now, if we look at that, now it's a 30% rate. So that's going to be even better. So I've been doing it with, what, 22.5 or something like that? I don't know, so somewhere in that vicinity. But it's still been working great. So that one unit, I got to level 12, and I've got the two stones on there. 30%, if an enemy gets below that, they're toast. Then the other three that I have active all have run speed and damage 4. So then the army will instinctively either nuke the Phoenix and then run to the Plaguebearers, or they'll run to the Plaguebearers and the Phoenix will just roast everything from behind. The last things are the Catapult, which I have Thunderstrike on. That gives a 70% chance to proc, and then I've got Aim 3, 20% chance for double damage. And I could probably upgrade that too, but I don't want to burn through all my Powerstones before another raid tomorrow. So that's the build. It's pretty straightforward. We got this one little wall right here, and that's to hold the Phoenix in place. I don't even have anything on it. It's just there to keep the Phoenix from moving. So I will show you how this played out, and let's have a look. Alright, we start right here. So this was earlier on. I had some Arcane Archers down at the bottom, which just didn't work out. They were just too squishy, and there's too many Risen Warriors and Assassins and everything else. Okay, so now you'll see all the Plaguebearers are dead, but the Draining Spirit is there, cranking out some serious damage. Now, the other key elements to this are the artifacts. Let's not get too carried away here just yet. That Phoenix is holding its own in the corner. It's kind kind of nice having that wall there as well, because only a few units can get to the Phoenix at a time. Oh, come on. Back we go. There we go. So let's come back to this one and let's just analyze it real fast. So you'll notice the skeletons keep the entire army in place as well. So the skull of the Necrolord, which we have up here, this guy right here, that is spawning skeletons at a regular interval that are caused by the draining spirits, because every time a chaos unit kills something, it has a chance to spawn a skeleton. So that locks everything in place for a long period of time in almost every single one of these. So we'll allude to that, but we won't spend too much time on that every video. But anyway, you have the Phoenix way back here. That's the Phoenix. It's just a little pile of ashes in the back, and it's gonna keep popping up and keep nuking the crap out of everything, and that is where our Sword of the Phoenix comes into play, and that's why that's so crucial, because it just hits like a truck. Now, the Pendant of Everlasting Winter, that is to kind of give me that health buff at 20%, which will make the Phoenixes last longer. And that's crucial. That's why I've got the protection stones on them, because I want them to last as long as possible, so as they ping pong back and forth, they're stuck on the one, and that gives the other one time to spawn again. So let's just let that one play through, and we'll discuss more of the mechanics on the next one. But yeah, it was just very, very smooth. And you'll notice at this point I've got a 50% win rate, and I'm not even in the top 1,000. And that's because I've been goofing around with builds all day. So I've been dropping like crazy, just like a deadfall. And now that I've switched to this, you'll notice every single one of these videos I'm moving forward and getting higher in the rankings. Okay, so this one, let's see what we've got here. We got kind of a nature build with some thorn guards in the back. And this is while I've still got my arcane archers. And I drop these very quickly, you'll see in just a minute. But yeah, my Phoenix pops over. It's not drawing any attention just yet, and this guy eats his own bombs. I'm not entirely sure about the placement on that. Just boom, boom. So you have to have something right on the front line for your enemy for those bombs to be doing any good. So that's kind of an issue. But okay, let's see what else we got. We got the Valkyrie that's going to heal the Untamed Beast, but the Beast is drawn to that bomb right off the bat, so it doesn't go for the Valkyrie. And then it goes right up there, and let's play through. Okay, so now all of those draining spirits are tagged on to that Untamed Beast, and he's just camping there. My Phoenix is nuking the crap out of the Stormcaller. He manages to survive, but it doesn't last very long, and the Phoenix keeps popping back up. And one shot from the Arcane Archer finishes it off. Now, the Beast gets to the Phoenix, but it's not a big deal. I got my other Phoenix on the other side of the map, and look at that. The skeletons carry those draining spirits all the way back to the Druid and the Valkyrie. And they just keep spawning. Every time they die, they've got a chance to leave a skeleton behind. So they just keep carrying it. All right, let's do another one. Beast in the Bushes. Okay, we have a nature build. Got some pretty healthy units there. Lots of 10s, 11s, 12s. Looks like there might be an Arcane Archer up there. Either that or a Druid. I think it might be a Druid. But yeah, they're all just going to run at my Plaguebearers, and we'll just see how it goes. So my Phoenix pops up behind, keeps that Untamed Beast occupied, which isn't a big deal. He's just going to run into the meat grinder anyway. Those draining spirits are just savage. And there we go. Beast has been stuck in that entangling roots the entire time. Now, because the tree can catch the skeletons, they're not making it all the way with the draining spirits to the tree, but that's not a big deal because I've got the Arcane Archers and the Phoenix. Okay, I'm not sure if that was the last one for the Arcane Archers, but I think we're almost done with those. Okay, yeah, I switched to the Catapult here. So you'll notice we've got a Swarm build, lots of Fire Knights, a couple Risen Warriors, and some Plaguebearers. I'm not sure what the Plaguebearers are for. But anyway, we have the Death Knight, we've got a Brute, we've got a bunch of Hammer Throwers. So quick push Swarm build, he's got the Sword of the Phoenix as well. So he's looking to do percentage health and to create a lot of skeletons and just push through very quickly. but there's nothing to push through. They're just going to end up stuck in the entangling roots, and they're just going to get fried. So now, again, notice the win rate right here. I'm still kind of camping around 52% win rate, and that's because I've got the catapult down in that bottom left corner, and it gets nuked a few times. So it wasn't my best setup, and I've fine-tuned that as we go. Okay, so there they all go. They're all rushing right in to where they belong. Doesn't matter that my Phoenix dies right off the bat. That's the whole point. It's supposed to keep coming back over and over again. There it is. Right back into the fray. Everything's stuck in the roots. He's got one little hammer thrower hitting it. That's not going to matter much. Poof, there it goes. And my skeletons just hold everything in place right in the big middle of that entangling root garbage. It's just getting them all funneled into the meat grinder. Oh, and look at this. The skeletons carry it all the way over. Both of my phoenixes are dead. Again, I wish I knew what the plural was on that. But yeah, it's just amazing. Those skeletons, they carry those draining spirits all over the map. It's ridiculous. Okay, so let's do this one. Okay, this one was good. Let's catch it right when they pop levels. Okay, so over here, we've got our kind of snow globe build. Was this a Minecrafter? I don't know. It's either a Minecrafter or a Stormcaller in there somewhere. But yeah, your typical core build. What's that? That's not a snow globe. Where's the... Okay, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's play this for a second. Yeah, there's the Stormcaller. But I don't see a Barrier Monk. Interesting. So my Catapult's going to rip this to shreds. Yep, there it goes. Poof. Oh, that just hits like a truck with that Thunderstrike. Oh, whew. See those Thorn guards? They just lost half their health. Almost. And look at all those skellies. They just keep carrying stuff. See, they just drug all those draining spirits to the Earth Elemental. And now he just knocks them out of it. And then he's stuck with all those. And the skeletons camp in there long enough that while he pops, it doesn't despawn the draining spirits. That one was fun. That one, I enjoyed watching that one. All right, so the Phoenix placement. Oh, that's the one that we just watched. But you'll notice that right at the very beginning, right here, it just hits everything in that back line. And that's why I don't have it all the way to the way back. The 1-2 shots and poof, all those crucial units are just dead. The percentage health on that Sword of the Phoenix is just savage. If you were to use something like the ring, you wouldn't get the benefit from the skeletons keeping those draining spirits moving and keeping them locked on to your enemies. You would get a huge boost to damage at certain intervals, but I just don't think that's worth it. Okay, so clinging on to the bitter. Okay, I remember this one being good. Okay, there's the levels. Yeah, so we've got the Minecorruptor. We got an RD Swarm, Cannoneer, the Frost Wizards. Frost Wizards and Minecorruptors, they don't conflict very much. It's very nice to have everything frozen in place, and that extra damage buff is very tasty for a Minecorruptor to turn units. But yeah, pretty solid swarm. They've got the Minecorruptor protected in the middle. You're seeing a lot now that people will place their assassins to spawn on these top and bottom sides where people used to have their Minecorruptors all the time, and that's forcing people to bring their Minecorruptors into the middle. But yeah, so pretty straightforward. They're all just going to run right in there, and it's the same thing, rinse, lather, repeat. Now, you'll notice my win rate starting to go up, and that's because I moved my catapult to that top left area. And this is not an exercise in, ooh, look at me win. This is just showing how the build is successful against a lot of different builds. And I will fully admit that I lose a lot, and I do lose to even some of these same people. The exact same setup, exact same armies. The RNG just works differently from one battle to the next. And some of these people, I lost to them within a couple battles later. So I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I'm just having a blast. I'm just having fun. Not bagging on anybody. I appreciate all these guys. They have great builds, and it's just fun to see when something really, really works. Now, we have right here that they all get funneled into those entangling roots. they're just camping there for ages and ages and ages, and that Mind Corruptor just hangs on and hangs on and hangs on right to the bitter end. And the Arcane Archer in the way back, those 2 Frenzy units, but the skeletons keep spawning, so they don't get to get anywhere near my Catapult or my backline Phoenix. So there's another skeleton. Boom. That's what I really liked about that one. That the skeletons just keep the battle stuck there in the middle and just on that enemy's front line. All right, this one was tasty. Watch this one. Oh, guys. Okay, there's our... Right over here, you'll see the Catapult, a couple of Crystal Spires, and a bomb. And then we've got our tree, our Cannoneer, and look, I think that's the new skin for the Plaguebearers. And then there's a wall. Okay, there's just a wall up there. Awesome. And the Entangling Roots. So this is meant to be an anti-swarm build. Everybody's going to rush through here, get infected with plague, and then they're going to end up getting eaten alive by the tree as they get stuck in these Entangling Roots. The Cannoneer is going to push everything back. Then you've got your sustained DPS from the Crystal Spires and the Catapult. The Crystal Spires are going to clear up everything. They should be able to reach just enough to cover that tree. And the bomb will hopefully take care of any assassins and risen warriors. The one counter to that is if the enemy has the Primal Warhorn, when their assassins pop, that bomb's just going to disappear because it's not going to do anything for that first second. But very excellent strategy. I like this. That wall in the front is excellent at just stopping the initial rush and kind of forcing everybody around up to these Entangling Roots. So you'll notice that I've entered back into the top 1,000 at this point. My win rate's going up, and this one was just so good because the Phoenix spawns, and just watch what happens. Poof! All of that, the bomb, the Crystal Spires, the Catapult, it's all down. Oh, okay, one Crystal Spire manages to hang on in there, but it just, my Phoenix just eats it all alive. And what is that thing in the... Oh, it's a Druid. Okay. That's the new Druid skin. I don't recognize the colors yet. It's taken me a while to get used to all these new skins. But yeah, so even the Cannoneer, it's getting caught with that fire, and watch its health just melt. So every time that Phoenix pops, it goes down a huge chunk. And my Catapult is earning its money here. Look at that. It's just doing yeoman's work, making sure that everything goes down. Oh, just love it. I really had a blast with this, you guys. If you've got the shards to toy around with a couple of Phoenix units, I would seriously play around with this, because it is a blast. And there's so many different ways you could do it too. I had a thought about doing them on the top and the bottom, and just having them ping pong back and forth with some Ember Fiends in the back. Okay, we have a Nature Swarm with some Plaguebearers in the back. Okay, interesting. So, bunch of Warhounds. This is meant to be just a quick burn build where you just burn through the enemy as fast as you possibly can before they have the chance to get off too many shots. He's got the Panther Queen amulet for the nature units. If they get below a certain percentage of health, they're going to get a massive run speed and attack speed increase. We also have the Primal Warhorn, so he's getting a lot of attack out of that. And then the eye is just kind of lame. They've nerfed it hard. The Eyes of the Ancient One, it's just not the same. I was running it with a replica of Ghostin's build the other day, and it was doing fantastic, and then the nerf hit, and I just dropped several hundred points in the rankings. It was just no fun. I mean, I've obviously dropped a ton right now. But anyway, sorry, I'm chatting, getting a little verbose here. Let's just see how we do. Okay, oh, teleporting Plaguebearers. That's interesting. So yeah, but they still all get sucked right into those Entangling Roots, and off they go. My skeletons just keep everything locked there, and they're all just mired. It just, look at that. It's just all disappeared. And the skeletons carry all the way down. They keep popping over and over and over again. The skeleton dies, and it has a chance to spawn another skeleton from that skeleton. That one was just, I liked that one so well. That's why I called it flawless. And again, not to bag on this person. I'm sure their build is working fantastic for them. But you can't beat everybody. So, Okay, this one was fun too. Let's see. Yeah, I just love it when the skeletons just transit those draining spirits all over the map. Okay, so we've got a catapult, or not a catapult, battle wagon on top and bottom. And the top one, that might be an issue if that made it all the way to my back line and hit that wall, because some of the units would end up on the other side and have a chance at my catapult. Fortunately, the entangling roots are going to slow that down enough, and it's stuck right in the middle of my draining spirit, so it's not going to be an issue. So we've got, so we've got the Cauldron artifact. We're starting to see that more and more. So the Cauldron, it got a major buff along with all the other condition artifacts, and some of my clanmates are telling me that a lot of people in the top 100 are starting to use that as well. And I'll eventually make it back there, I promise. So Risen Warriors, they're all going to pop up on my kind of center back here, but it's not going to be too big of an issue, I don't think. Now, he's got the Draining Spirit here, so he's looking to deliver Plague and Draining Spirit. That's his FedEx special delivery. And I think what's going to happen is I'm just going to claim that Draining Spirit and take it along with me right into his whole mess there. So let's see how we do. Yeah, he's running right up, and now I just have an extra Draining Spirit to nuke the crap out of everything that ends up over there. Okay, now back here, my Phoenix is starting to nuke a lot of the crap, and you just notice it all melt. It just takes one shot, and it'll kill most of those common units. And it comes right back. That's the whole beauty of this. It nukes the crap out of something, and yeah, sure, it dies in the process, but it'll be back in a few seconds. And look, there it goes, back and forth. My other Phoenix pops in the back. Boom, there it is. So again, those skeletons carrying the Draining Spirits all the way across the map, they just go for days. So let's see, almost. Oops, let's get units. There we go. All right, so we are working with a nature build, and we have Earth Elemental, we've got some crows, we've got 3 druids. Ancient Tree, Stormcaller, Dire Wolves, and an Untamed Beast. So good, solid variety and very healthy druids. Look at those, all level 11. And the Earth Elemental gets a lot more spawns when it splits at level 12, plus that extra Power Stone. So very, very powerful unit at this stage, especially since they buffed it last patch. Okay, so let's see how this one plays out. Okay, the crows are going to be a bit of an issue. Oh, no, actually most of them just got eaten by the Draining Spirits. I thought they were going to get to that back line. So yeah, a lot of stuff going down really fast. Druid's healing itself. But yeah, we got some very tanky units. They're able to take a beating. But that percentage health. Oh, and there I go. Yeah, Skelly's trying to get back there, but I don't know if they make it. Oh, they do, but it doesn't matter anyway. He got me. And that's one that I wanted to show, that it gets so close sometimes, but it doesn't always make it. I don't win every time. I like to show the ones where I do win, but I do like to show every so often the ones where it doesn't quite make it, and that is a case in point. So let's see here. We have... lots of assassins. This one's going to be fun. So we've got Plaguebearers in the front and back. We've got Risen Warriors top and bottom. And we've got a bunch of assassins. So let's see how we do. Okay, the assassins take out my Phoenix and my Catapult. So, yeah, I lost a whole bunch right off the start there. So now I'm basically down to my Phoenixes and whatever skeletons spawn from the Draining Spirits. But you know what? They just keep on trucking. They're still going. And my other Phoenix should probably pop here in just a second and give me plenty of time for those Draining Spirits to burn everything down. So yeah, even if it looks ugly right off the beginning, everything is not lost. Okay, last one. And then we're going to call it. Okay, there's our units. We have a Mind Corruptor Snow Globe. So... you've got an Arcane Archer in there, a Cannoneer, your Mind Corruptor, you got your Barrier Monk Turtle, there's Plaguebearers and Shield Bearers in the back, and you've got the standard one set of Hammer Throwers, one set of Archers, and then we've got our Thorn Guards up front with a Drummer. So yeah, pretty standard snow globe. Nothing too terribly special to note about that, other than there may be some different power stones than we've seen before. But let's go ahead and see how we do. Now, notice my Phoenix is going to pop right here. And just pay attention to what happens. In fact, let's just zoom right in on that. Whoosh! There goes the fire. And then my special delivery squad brings everything in. That one hit from the Phoenix took out all of those units. Was that just one hit? I'm pretty sure it was, because I think he only gets the one hit off. Okay, there it comes. Okay, so this is where he spawns. Whoosh! One hit and he's toast. But look at that. Everything dies. The Barrier Monk, the Mind Corruptor, the Arcane Archer, it's all gone. Wow. That is savage. So, yeah, I saved that one for last because that one was just beautiful. Oh, that felt so good. And again, not bagging on anybody. That's a solid build. It works very well. But it's just really fun to toy around with these obscure builds and to have a blast with them. So, okay, I started below 1,000, and you'll notice that I ended up around 772, and I haven't stopped for the night. I've still got to hit my gold cap. So this build is working very well for me, 65% win rate. I have not switched to any other build in between each of these videos. I've just been running it straight. And I ended up having somewhere between 60 and 70% win rate for the past 20-30 battles. So I think it's going to carry me a lot further, and I'm looking forward to seeing where I end up with it. But it is fun. If you guys are looking to just have some fun like we did with the towers the other day, I would highly recommend this build. So thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. We'll have some more content for you possibly, I think, tomorrow morning, because we have another raid. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.